Buenos dias. Welcome to BNI Decatur, where it is
Rare.
Disclaimer, we are recording for our TikTok channel because we got massive amounts of followers. That's what we're doing.
Lots of followers, low engagement.
Please silence your cell phones. Let's be courteous to each other. We are on the gram. Please follow us at BNI_Decatur. Special welcome to our guests and visitors for joining us today. Your leadership team is myself, Ruben Rodriguez, Senor Alex Merritt, Vice President, who hopefully will be here soon, Justin Reeves, Secretary Treasurer. The membership committee is Senor Stuart Jones, Tom Warnke, Aaron Schumann, and Randy Godfrey, which I need to remove. Education coordinator Stephen Bentley, and mentor coordinator Senorita Misty Palmer. I don't know what's happening to me today. Our visitor host is Sarea Albino, Jordan Laurie, and Arvin Clark. So our mission statement here at BNI is to help members increase their business through a structural, positive, and professional referral marketing program that enables us to develop long-term, meaningful relationships with quality business professionals. So our chapters passed almost $1 million in the past 12 months. On average, businesses see about 20% increase for the first year. Our core values, we have 7 of them. It's givers gain, building relationships, lifelong learning, traditions and innovations, positive attitude, accountability, and recognition. This week's presenter is Senorita Madison Martin with Edward Jones. Senorita, would you stand up and tell us which of these resonates with you?
Yes, I'm choosing building relationships because right now, where I am in my practice with Edward Jones, I am in the office by myself, and so that's part of the draw of BNI for me, is there's a regular group of people that I get to come spend some of my work hours with, which is really great.
Excellent, thank you so much. So our networking leaders and notables from last month is Senor Jordan Laurie, JD, Madison, Alex, and Marty, who are in a 3-way tie. Jordan again. Jordan is crushing it. Okay, love it. We have one new applicant in the pipeline, Fanta Darbo with the Reach Angels Agency, and the membership committee is doing their due diligence on her. At this time, we're going to pass out the business card binder. As you walked in, you should have picked up a chapter roster sheet that has all of our contact information, or if you want to be eco-friendly, we have a QR code that you can scan for this. Our network education moment begins now with Senor Stephen Bentley.
Good morning. As we go to the next slide, and hopefully volume will work. I was going to dress up and do like a little act for you guys, but I was like, might as well do this video.
Is it showing?
Nope. Not yet. Wait for it. There we go.
Huh? You can see their dance.
Nobody knows I'm here. I must let everyone know I'm here. There are 3 unsuspecting people right now. Maybe there's a better way.
All right, cut. So what I was gonna wear my ninja outfit, but I was like, let's just let this video do it for me. It's super silly, funny, right? But I think the bigger idea for most of us professionals in here would be like, you ever hand your business card to somebody and you're like, am I just doing this because it's a knee-jerk reaction like I'm supposed to do? They're like, why are we here? We're here to build relationships and make connections that might possibly become customers or some kind of value to us. So the networking ninja might come late, might leave early too, and then it slings out a bunch of cards. Don't be that person. That's kind of the point of today's meeting. We're going to kind of continue on this. But don't be a ninja. Build connections. Be remembered. Don't disappear into the darkness at some point. That's the point of of BNI especially. So thank you so much. Let's get back to every week.
Excellent. Thank you so much. The Ivan Award. who won it last week is Senor Carl Onobogu, who is here today, and he will be listening in and judging and making sure that the feature presentation that we do is going to be, I'm sorry, the 60-second presentation, I'm distracted. 60-second presentation will deserve the Ivan Award. For those of you that don't know, the Ivan Award is named after the founder, Ivan Meisner, for the best 60 seconds. And speaking of 60 seconds, members will have those seconds to educate us on what they're looking for this week. We want everyone to be specific and make it memorable. What or who is a great referral for you this week? Don't forget to take notes on the presentation. So Carl, listen up, you got it, man. All right, Senor Michael McClellan is up. He's going to have 60 seconds. If you hear the little bell, then that is time to wrap it up. Visitors and guests will have the opportunity to stand up and tell us what you do, who you are, and what is a good referral for you after the members go. If your industry overlaps with an industry of the members, we ask you that you just tell us what is your favorite color. What is your favorite color? All right, Senor Michael, take it away.
Good morning, team. Michael McClellan, good neighbors, urban living. Today, actually, I want to do like a little interactive thing because I've been talking to some of my clients and I want them to really understand the power behind branding. So and this is just really interactive. When you think about branding your business, why would you want to brand your business? Anybody can raise their hand and give me some answers.
So they can remember.
Stand out. Do you remember? What was you going to say?
Get seen.
Getting seen. Recognition. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, that's what I do. I help businesses get all of those things so you can be remembered. So I'm looking for businesses that are trying to grow their business and get recognized and be remembered. Always looking for great home services that I can present to this community, the local community. So that's what I'm looking for. Interior designers, flooring companies, and commercial cleaners. Michael McClellan, their neighbors, making the face of the community.
Good morning. I'm AJ. I'm a paralegal at Bagwell Associates. I'm filling in for John. It's nice to see you all. It's been a while. Bagwell Associates is a real estate closing firm specializing in residential, commercial, and wholesale transactions. Right now, a great referral for us are buyers interested in purchasing undeveloped land for the purposes of wholesaling or to build their dream home on. Whether that be acreage located in rural parts of the state or small lots located in more urban areas, we can help facilitate all aspects of the closing. Additionally, we would like to expand our network of new real estate agents, either those who have just obtained their license or those who have been hired by their first broker. We'd love to work with them and walk them through the attorney side of the closing process, which can be a little bit tricky, and begin building a lasting partnership. Unlike large closing firms where you can feel like just a number, we are a small boutique firm capable of providing excellent and focused client service. Bagwell Associates, your closing success is in the
Bag.
You do better, John.
Good morning, my name is Hunter Gurney with Gurney Benefits. I help businesses with their employee benefits, health insurance, dental, vision, all the good stuff. One of the things I really specialize in is help taking those profits that typically sit in the pockets of big health insurers and keep them inside of businesses to lower those benefits costs for businesses and employees without having to reduce your benefits. So specifically, if you know any small professional services firms at the moment, law firms, marketing agencies, small software startups, things like that. That's what I'm looking for right now. Hunter Gurney, Gurney Benefits. Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. Jordan Mario with Meyer State Farm, specializing in life and disability income insurance. I wanted to touch on something today that's just kind of part of the State Farm philosophy. I talk a lot about life insurance, but I don't often talk about things that I think we do well, which is part of why I work for State Farm. One of the things that we believe is that once we've underwritten you and offered you a life insurance policy, we believe that you have the right to that policy for the rest of your life. So when people think about term insurance, for example, a lot of other companies, after your 10 or 20 or 30 years, they may underwrite you again, revisit your health history, see what's changed over the years. We don't do that. We automatically renew your term insurance up until age 95 if you should choose to do so. You can also always choose to convert your term insurance in part or all in into permanent insurance like whole or universal life. So this is something we do that I think is a nice bonus and a bit special. We all got to go sometime.
But hey,
That's life.
Yeah.
Mr. Bentley.
If you would like to live.
all right. I had a fun
Burn
break.
10 seconds.
Yeah. I'll get the date. Hey, I'm Steve Dillon, Digital Marketing Group, or seat for the chair for the group.
What are you?
Brand.
I'm going to give them something that's all about. Everybody needs good reviews, right? Everybody wants like Google reviews, but how do we get them? Recently, I worked with Bagwell to do something kind of like this, where on the closing table, we're able to say right then and there, "Hey, you like us?" If someone's telling you they like you, you should get a review right then and there. And if life is busy, you should have some kind of automated thing that follows up. That's like, hey, I know you're busy. You'll get something a little later. Would you mind write me a review? That's important, especially for Google nowadays, how you rank. I'm going to get the dang, I don't care. But it affects your rankings. And also it affects human decision making for buying. So I'm Steve Millie with Thrive Your Business.
Smarter.
Not faster. Today.
I'm someone for RA on each day. I'm Lucy Mejia. So RA is an attorney. He made it really easy for me. Who specializes in estate planning, business law, and litigation. Good referrals for him or anyone with a business, anyone with a family, preferably anyone with a business or family with a business. RA, attorney, and that's all he gets.
Yeah, hi, good morning, BNI. My name is Ivan Ramon. I'm with Horizon Windows and Doors, specializing in sales and replacement of windows and doors for your home or small office. And we specialize selling energy efficient windows, vinyl windows for your home. And we're looking for this week for property managers, HOA. You know, if any HOAs, we would love to meet them so we can offer our windows, quality windows and doors are in your
Horizon.
Marty had a death in family over.
Good morning, BNI. Arvin Clark, RPM Majestic. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Memorial Day to the veterans, and my condolences to those with school-aged kids who are about to be home for the rest of the summer. Today, I'm going to talk about, I usually talk about what my client is. I'm going to talk about reasons why to do real estate investing. Real estate investing based on 4 pillars. You have cash flow, which is the one everybody knows about, what I'm going to be bringing in. But the ones that are probably just as big, but no one ever talks about, appreciation, which over time your property is going to appreciate, which means it's going to grow in wealth. Loan pay down. So if you have a tenant in there, they're going to be paying your loan down, which is going to bring in more to your bottom line in the future. And the last one is tax benefits. Real estate offers 1031 exchanges, depreciation, deductions on interest and expenses, which will lower your tax rate. So those 4 pillars are all parts of real estate investing. So Arvin Clark, RPM Majestic, have a great day.
Morning, Justin. Richard Moore from Home Property Inspections, performance inspections, of course. Really looking this week for people who are veterans who are looking for VA loans, who are also looking for 2 or 3K renovation loans. Because not only can I perform the inspection, but I'm also a certified HUD consultant for that kind of loan. So those are great for me. In fact, I looked at 4 of them this week in different parts of town. So hopefully those go through. But I wasn't sure how I was going to start this today, but this is one of those weeks where there's been a lot of negative stuff. But last night, the last 2 children graduated from high school. So we're super thrilled, and as soon as that happened and the hats were thrown up in the air, my wife and I looked at each other and said, empty nesting is coming soon. So we're thrilled.
You need to invest in some property.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Jacob, Active Potential. We are a physical therapy practice here in Atlanta, Decatur specifically, and we are not a network provider. And what that means is we take the middleman out of your healthcare, right? So when we think about how healthcare should be delivered, how patients think it should be delivered, all of our appointments are one-on-one for an entire hour. There's no cookie-cutter approach to what we do. All of our providers are former collegiate athletes, strength coaches, athletic trainers, so we take very much so a performance-focused mindset to your rehab, to where it's not just, oh, you're a 7 o'clock knee pain patient. It's, oh, you're a JD real estate agent who's trying to hit the X, Y, and Z goals, as well as being a high-level professional. So if you've been burnt by the traditional healthcare experience, or you've been frustrated by the healthcare experience, let us know. We'd love to take care of you and show you the way. So that's the potential. If you have a body,
You're an athlete.
Good morning, Decatur. Good morning. I am Mike Ogney, Pure Maintenance Partner, your Pure Air Specialist. We do mold remediation, mold testing, and air quality testing. And for education today, so now I'm going to go over our process. We use a two-step dry fog. It's hydrogen peroxide and PAA, proxyacetic acid. As it mixes in with the water molecules in the air, it goes back and forth from acetic acid to paracetic acid, creating a nasty little oxygen molecule that rips apart molecules. So very, very effective stuff. This week, I would really like older homes. So as you guys see any of these really, really old, like 20s, 30s brick houses, every single one of them should probably have some sort of ERMI testing done every single year. They are starting to fall apart, and mold is getting more and more prevalent. And so structurally, it's a good idea to kind of know where the baseline is. So give me a call if that's a case we bump into. You've got mold.
There you go.
Good morning, I'm Josh Pender. I'm filling in for Sade this morning. Sade is with Touch Therapy Company. Did you know that there are over 600 muscles in the human body? Well, if you're in pain, it may be important for you to have a massage therapist that knows the difference between the latissimus dorsi and the levator scrap muscles. Does anybody know the difference?
No.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Jake does.
How much time you got, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know the difference. With over a decade of experience in helping people with their pain, I invite you to experience the superior massage techniques at Touch Therapy Company. And yes, I am bragging. Touch Therapy Company. Learn to touch and be touched.
Never before.
Good morning, Sam. I'm stuck over here. I'm going to lean in a little bit. That's all right. We've all leaned from time to time. Hey, my name's Stuart Jones. I'm with True Wave Renovations. We do a lot of really cool stuff that I hadn't talked about. And so we've been talking about open up your spaces, right? So if you want to have a really cool open area between your dining room that you never use and your kitchen that you're in all the time, what a great opportunity to open that up and make it a kind of a more modern open space. And by the way, we also do HVAC. And at True Wave Renovations, we love it when you call us when we don't have a tagline.
Yeah.
Walk all over you.
Hey, I am Eddie LaRocco, Business Development for Scout Stories, subbing for Aaron Peterson, my wife. I hate public speaking.
Welcome.
I have done it my whole life, and I've always struggled at telling my story and articulating the impact of what I'm trying to get across. If you feel like that, or if you know a business company that's doing a product launch and needs assistance with telling your story, getting your brand out there, we offer coaching as well as film production to help meet that need. So, Eddie LaRocca, we really need to come up with a catchphrase where you guys say something about
She doesn't need one.
Can't turn over that control.
We're eating out of her home.
Good morning, guys. Justin Reams, my exterior cleaner, your go-to exterior cleaning experts. So whether you're trying to soft wash anything above the ground or pressure wash anything on the ground. And this morning I'm going to go out on a limb and try to tell you a little bit of a story of something that happened earlier this week when I just fell in love. But basically, I can't tell it without it making me sound like a moron. So I'm going to go out on a limb and just tell you that I'm a moron to start off with. But earlier this week, I tried to help my guys and talk to them, and I was not entirely clear and ended up pulling my box truck away from our house where my guys were doing an exceptional job cleaning, and I ripped a spigot right out of the wall. And really, what I fell in love with was our guy, Josh. Because very, very quickly he was on site to take care of our customer. The following day we had Dennis come over and help with something else. But long story short, if you need a cleaner that is going to fix some problems that they may accidentally cause, give us a call. Justin Rickensmeyer.
Accountability.
Good morning, BNI Decatur.
Morning.
I'm your featured presentation this week, so I'm going to go a little bit off the direction and tell you I'm in such a good mood because I have found in the wild my very first over $1 million prospect. And I met her at a sewing club meeting because I like to sew. And I was there, and so was she. So, if you know any old ladies who like to sew, who also may or may not have a lot of money, I would love to talk to them. And we can talk about what our favorite machines are. Yes. Very specific ask this week, but it worked. So,
yeah.
hey.
It's not broke.
So,
Morning, Beats.
Morning.
Hey, name is Carl, one of the other guys and cleaners. I want to tell you a quick story today about a walkthrough I did yesterday to give a guy quotes. They essentially had chased down bottom barrel pricing and have been getting bottom barrel service for the last 5 or 6 months. So really, what happens a lot with cleaners is you get a great bid because they want to win the business, and once they get on site, they realize that in order to make this work, they have to be extremely brief. So the service quality is going to disappear more or less immediately. So if you're looking to work with a cleaning service that will generally probably not be the lowest cost option, but will provide a service that will match your efforts. I'm a great referral for office managers and facility managers who are essentially tired of dealing with bottom barrel services. The guys are cleaners, so fresh,
so clean.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Josh with Honeycomb Plumbing. Recently hit a pretty big business milestone last week. We crossed over 100 5-star reviews on Google. So I wanted to read the one that pushed us over the line. It's a pretty good one, too. It says, if you live in Decatur, Georgia, and you need a plumber, Honeycomb Plumbing is 100% the team to call. I'm so grateful that I connected with Josh and his company. He came out to the house to repair a leaky valve and replace a few sections of copper pipe in the crawl space. After the work was finished, which took approximately 50% as long as I thought it would, Josh invited me to check the work to make sure I was satisfied, and I was. Prompt, courteous, knowledgeable, clean, professional, and fair are all words that would aptly describe Honeycomb Plumbing, their demeanor, and their work. Add on to the fact that Josh is a likable, easy to talk to guy, and you've got all the ingredients in place for a positive professional experience.
All right.
Good morning, I'm Lindsay Sullivan, owner of Riley Road Travel Company, and since everyone's been talking about reviews and how important they are, I want to ask, what do you guys think is better than a good review?
A good vacation referral.
Money in your pocket. That's someone that lays
Two.
down can't use their credit card.
Something else? Okay. I think it's being asked to come back, or someone telling you that you did a good job and already talking about next year. Like when I had the corporate retreat I did earlier this year, she's ready. There was only 40 people this year, but it's going to be about 100 people next year. They're hiring a bunch of people. The company's doing great, and she's already talking about bringing me on for next year. So personally, I think better than a review is having someone telling you they want you back, and so I don't know where I'm going with this. But also, summer's coming and it's hot out. The kids are out, like we talked about. So if you need help, if you hear anyone talking about how hot it is, tell them you have someone that can get you out of the heat.
Tell me something good. Close business. There you go, brother. JD Kellum's the Kellum Group, Keller Williams Realty, Peachtree Road. We're your residential real estate consultant. One of my mantras is relationships will take you places that money cannot. And I want to talk about a relationship of 10 years. 10 years ago, Jamie was pregnant, and we found her home. And 10 years later, we just sold it this week, and that kid is like this tall. And I can't tell you what that does to my heart. This past weekend, I went to Riley's graduation party. Riley was 3 years old when I met her.
Yeah.
And so seeing these kids grow up, it's just, it's a part of why we do what we do. We're not just selling homes, we're building neighborhoods, we're building community, and we're your realtor for life. So just remember, relationships will take you places money cannot, and whether they're moving up or moving on, the Kellum Group. Thank you.
Buenos dias.
Not yet. Why are we here, guys? Why are we here? Is it for money? Maybe. Is it for love? Sure. What about power? No. What is our purpose here in life? Well, I'll tell you what my purpose is. Buenos dias. My name is Ruben Rodriguez, and I am the group's commercial real estate broker. And my purpose is to help you find the perfect property to meet your business needs or maximize the value of your current real estate assets. So that's my purpose. This message has been brought to you by Mi Gente Tequila Reposado. What time is it?
Tequila time!
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex Merritt. I am the founding partner of Merritt Law. I represent injured people in personal injury claims and lawsuits. On Monday, I had a knockdown drag-out hearing downtown Fulton County Superior Court from 2 p.m. to 6:30, 4.5 hours.
Okay.
On Tuesday, I had the same type of thing in a different case from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m., 7 hours. You can't win them all, but I did win both of those. I tell you this because I constantly remind you that if you're going to have a personal injury attorney, you need somebody who's been through these battles, and those were battles, evidence, judges yelling at both parties, witnesses denying the truth. So hire somebody like me who has the experience to do it. Alex Merritt, Merritt Law.
Hi, good morning, everybody. David Wood with Squeegee Squad. Hadn't been here in a couple of weeks. So many shenanigans, so many stories to tell. Schedule some one-on-ones with me. I'll tell them to you all. Guess what, guys? We clean windows. That's what we do. That's our bread and butter, among other services that we do perform. Ideal referral for me, anybody in the commercial space that is a property manager, HOA, condos, high-rises, or anybody who's looking to put their home on the market and wants to recoup a little bit of value and have a better curb appeal when they get those photos taken. David Woods, the Squeegee Squad.
Good morning, everyone. Aaron with ATL Music Lessons. Sorry, I've also been out of pocket for a couple of weeks. I missed you all dearly. We just had our recital this past Saturday, and one of the things I love about our recitals is if your image of a music recital is something you saw as a kid in a stuffy church or auditorium or something like that, with everybody coming up and parents falling asleep. That is not what we do. We had our this past recital in a venue called the Supermarket, which is like this underground or basement art space in the middle of Virginia Highlands. And if you were there, you would have heard everything from Debussy to the Dead Kennedys.
Ooh.
So we like to, we like the classics, but we also like to mix it up, play more modern stuff, play punk rock, play classic rock, all that sort of stuff. My ask this week is if you know anybody who has kids that are looking for something to do this summer and they haven't quite settled on a camp, we've got 2 camp offerings. I'd be happy to tell you about both of them. Nice. Stop dreaming, start playing.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to borrow Misty's educate and ask today. First, our lats are down here. Our steps are up here. Next, my ask is going to be any intros to dietitians. We are next week launching a really, really cool 4-week program. This is specifically for people who might have a tough relationship with exercise, whether that's because of eating disorder history or maybe being in a bigger body and being afraid to go back to a more typical gym. We're going to break down myths with less scary. Again, any dietitian intros would be great to just help explain more about that program and get some people involved before next week. Abby Griffith, Larry Fitness.
You are enough.
Dennis Ram, subbing in for Art today. The one thing about the mortgage industry is that it never stays the same for long. It is always in the middle of some change, and some bigger than others. The mortgage world is being massively affected by inflation, solid employment numbers, and tariffs. Rates are near 7%, and pair that with still record high house prices, and home buying seems out of reach for most folks. Day after day, we are seeing mortgage companies lay off massive amounts of operations staff or closing altogether. It is echoing the mortgage meltdown in 2008. Well, guess what? Art made it through 2008 and has been helping clients with their mortgages going for 20 straight years. We're coming out of a period where everyone could make a living doing mortgages and into a period where only the true mortgage professionals survive. Art is looking for anyone that is looking to buy their new dream home or investment property, or someone that needs to refinance and do so with a true mortgage professional. He will turn their mortgage into a work of art. Work of fart.
Work of fart.
Hey everyone, I'm Joel Agnew with Roofing. I'm a coach roofing expert.
You didn't hear that from me.
Last week, I talked about a referral bonus, but what if you're somebody who sends me a referral and you can't collect the bonus? For example, Jordan sent me a referral. He is an insurance agent. I can't then send him $250 personally. I'll take off with interest. So, Jordan elected to give to one of our charities, which is BNI Citizen Advocacy. So, if you are in that position and you can't collect the referral bonus personally, you can give it to one of our wonderful charities, and I can give you a whole list of them. We give a lot of money away. So, Joel Wagner with Fraser Roofing.
Faith, family, Fraser Roofing.
Oh my God, sorry, Hunter. Oh no, sorry, Tom.
Thomas Hunter?
Tom.
Tom cannot. You cannot.
Good morning. My name is Tom Morkey. I'm at the Oak Insurance Group, and I'm the group's business insurance agent. I've talked in the past that the big ticket items, the $1 million claims, whether you general liability, commercial auto, workers' comp. There's a lot of other little claims that fall underneath that umbrella. A lot of cyber risk. What if you're dealing with payments with customers with their credit cards, and for some reason you get hacked in your business, that falls on you in the business. You got to make sure you've got that cyber protection coverage. If you rent a space out, as Ruben can tell you, a lot of the leases are favored in the landlord's favor. So a lot of the damage that could happen to the property can fall on the tenant. So I make sure that a business or an individual that it doesn't have to be a big $1 million claim. It can be $10,000. That's huge out of pocket. So a good referral for me is somebody who hasn't had insurance review in a while. Tom Morkey at the Oak Insurance Group, strong as in.
Good morning, everyone. Misty Palmer with Tandem Bank, and I talk a lot about things that we do, and the tagline is "It takes two to tandem." We recently did an upgrade on our business platform. We went from a 3-prong to a 2-prong. Why am I telling you that? We had clients who couldn't figure it out, and our treasury manager actually did Zoom calls with those individuals so that they were able to log in. He identified which phone they had or which browser they were using or whatever the problem was. So I think that's huge when you're dealing with a bank. My ask this week, again, this will be the last week I asked for, the PTOs, PTA, they're changing the officers, and any HOAs that are changing officers. Misty Palmer with Tandem Bank.
It takes two to tango.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see, Lita Chabot.
Good morning, BNI.
Morning.
Good morning, BNI.
Morning.
I missed you guys. I have had several graduations, several kids to kind of, milestones happen. So I'm glad to see you all be back here again. But I am Charday. I am the Allstate agent. I am working with property and casualty and happy to be here. I do protect your property, that we're going, that's renters, so that's auto, that's your home. This ask would be, I'm looking for homeowners, maybe people personal homes for the first time or third time, doesn't matter, but that's what I asked for this week. So remember, again, it's been that long. I am here to save the day.
Yep.
Come back to it.
Did we miss any other members? Or anyone sneak in? All right. So now is the time for our visitors. To stand up, tell us again what you do, your name, your company's name, what is it that you do, what is a good referral. Once again, if your industry overlaps with an industry of the members, just tell us what is your favorite exotic color. So I'm going to go to my left. So we're still visitors, so should
Still hate public speaking. Our good referral would be anyone doing keynote speaking, event, marketing, branding, anyone that needs a brand storytelling. So,
Okay, great. Thank you. Señorita?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Tyler with Rand Dam with North Fulton. Does anyone have any plans for Memorial Day?
Yes.
Yes. All right. If you're grilling, make sure you keep it 10 feet away from the building. Please. I even have a neighbor that grills in her garage.
Ooh.
And I make sure to give her my card. I just want to make sure. But as you guys know, you have the mold expert and everything, so I won't talk about that. But we do fire and smoke damage as well. We do flooded water and also sewage backup. If you have a toilet overflow, give us a call. We'll probably call the plumber first, and then we can come in and do our part as well. And also a good referral for us is insurance agents, as we offer free continuing education courses, which also includes ethics, and it's online and it's self-paced. So just let me know if anyone's open to a one-to-one. Let me know as well, as I am a part of BNI 100K in Roswell. All right, thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jordan, for inviting me.
Señorita?
Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lucy Mejia with the Junk Pluggers. So I do junk removal the Greenway. We're donating, recycling, rehoming reusable items to divert them from the landfill. This week we've done multiple jobs. So we do residential and commercial. We've done a ambulance helicopter hangar office clean out.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly. Right. It's amazing. Every day's different. We also did church clean out, the phase 2. We'll go back in July, finish out after they do the open house. And then we did a full house clean out yesterday and today for a 2-bedroom full house clean out. So, we do it all. If you need junk removal, I'm your girl. Please give me a call. Lucy Mejia. We do junk removal the Greenway.
Excellent. Thank you. Scanning to my right. Right, nobody. Señor.
Hey, how's it going? I just have to say, we worked with Steven to do the QR code things. Well, I did, John. No, but seriously, the first day after he brought it, I had John put it out for our very first closing of the day, and back to back we got 5-star Google reviews with written text as well. So
Sweet.
It works.
Excellent. Thank you. Señor.
Hey, I'm Josh Pender with the Pender Law Firm. I do primarily criminal defense, but I've also branched out into a few other areas of law. This week was a milestone for the Pender Law Firm. We hired an associate, or I hired an associate lawyer. So we're now, thank you. So we're now a 2-lawyer firm, and what that allows us to do is take on some cases that I wouldn't normally take on. Like I said, I specialize in mostly criminal defense. My associate has a lot of expertise in family law, and what I wanted to hit on today was post-judgment collection. Most people think that if someone owes you money and you sue them, you go to court and the judge says you win, that you get paid, but that's not what happens. So you still have to find a way to get the money from that person. So the collection process can be long and can be expensive. It can be a real pain. But my new associate, Jordan Fox, has a lot of experience in it and finding their assets and garnishing wages if necessary, but helping you get the money that you're owed. So if you have anybody that has a judgment but is struggling to collect on it, then please call the Pender Law Firm.
Excellent. Thank you for subbing. Scanning. Señor.
I'm Dennis Rand. I'm a handyman, and I do things.
In a minivan.
I'm not there yet, man. Back up, man. Get on my face. I do stuff like ceiling fans, dishwashers, toilets, window glazing. He had a situation. He called me up and needed it. They were taking pictures of the house the next day, so I got out there in the evening and knocked it out for him, make sure it happened. I pride myself on my ethics and my transparency and my communication with my customers. I feel like every customer is a friend, which a long time ago I was told that the customer's not your friend. It's like, no, they are. They're people, and they need help. So my goal is to come in help you with your situation and make it a win-win. Dennis Rand, the handyman, with a minute.
Are you in a chapter, Dennis?
I'm sorry?
Are you in a chapter?
I am not.
Why?
Because I'm part of another network group, and I'm so freaking busy that I can't. I'm on 21
Nice to
jobs.
meet you.
Okay. All right, yeah, we all need customers. All right, our featured speaker is Señorita Madison Martin. We're going to take a 5-minute break. This is the time for you to refill on coffee, use the restroom, schedule some one-on-ones. Hard 5 minutes. So you actually got 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Go, break.
She was looking at my voicemails and deleting the old voicemails. And I hit the power button, and I tried to end it real quick, but she called me back, and I was this style. She was like, well, actually,
Oh no. It's just
It's going well. How are you?
Yeah, we're thinking about switching because they were just not.
That's something that I would actually consider calling an insurance commissioner on. They're saying there's zero damage. I have shingles that are literally flipped over.
Right.
I don't see how they wouldn't deny that.
I know. I mean, I pushed them too because I don't. I know how to.
You could keep pushing. Just keep going.
Take your seats, listen up. Now is our time for our featured presenter, Señorita Madison Martin. And yeah, let's. What is your favorite exotic color?
I don't know what an exotic color is classified.
Like antelope fireless.
Oh.
wow. It's not in a ring.
Okay. Should I do like a pattern? I'm gonna do manta ray polka dot.
Love it. All right, she's going to have 10 minutes to tell us what she does, and I will give you the 2-minute warning at 2 minutes. Take it away.
Perfect. There we go. Okay, so I am one of the newer members here, so we have 2 slides on who Madison is before we get into what Madison does. So I am a cat mom. This is Wesley. His full name is Dread Pirate Wesley Hatch Martin. He is named after The Princess Bride, which is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Inconceivable.
Yes. And the vets don't know how old he is, which is interesting and fun. I was told he's turning 9 this year, but all of the vets think he's 3 years old, so I don't know what to do with that. I am one of 2 kids in my family. My brother AJ is a senior at Tech doing another lap, because that's what happens when you go to Tech. And my mom and dad and grandpa and great-grandpa all went to Tech. I did not. I went to Emory. But I applied and got in and proved I fit. And then my dad here is also a financial advisor with Edward Jones. When I was a kid and I was in high school, instead of talking about how my day was, we would talk about tax strategy when we went on walks after school. So I have been raised to do this job quite literally. Yes. So I love hanging out with friends and all of that because I'm not married and I don't have kids. So what else am I supposed to do with my free time? I went this weekend to Cloudland Canyon.
Love that.
The state park. I went camping in a tent, which is the first time I've done it since high school. I survived. It's okay. Even though, despite the weather. But it was really fun. I love spending time outdoors. I also, as I mentioned, really like to sew. I made both of these outfits right here. But I am a little bit of a nerd, so I love going to the Renaissance Fair. I am going this weekend and next weekend. And it's fun. I also go to Dragon Con in the fall, which Joel and I have talked about. And then I also am a bit of a Swiftie, and I love to travel. So when I went to the Eras tour, I went in Stockholm. It was cheaper, and two, I have a friend that lives in Stockholm, and it was her birthday, so we kind of strategically timed all of that to work out in our favor. Cool. Now I'm going to talk about things that I show clients a lot. First thing, speaking of Joel and giving away money, is something called a donor advised fund.
Yes.
It is something that we have at Edward Jones. A lot of firms have some version of this, but it is where you put aside money into the fund and then are able to direct funds out towards different donations and charities. It offers a level of anonymity for you, because if I had one, I could name it the Martin Charity Fund, but I could also name it the Westley Charity Fund, and only people who knew that was my cat's name would know that that was mine. It is great for people who want a little bit of control over their donations over the year and want to be able to invest and give in a bit more of a strategic way than just saying, oh, I'm giving $100 every month. You're able to give $100 to the fund, let it grow, have it be invested, and then you are able to give out whenever you please.
What's a DAF?
Donor advised
Oh,
fund. Yes. We were doing so well, clicker. There we go. Okay. This is another thing I show clients a lot, especially with all of the ups and downs of the market recently. Woo-hoo-hoo, it's been an interesting first few months. So, when you are stay in the market from 1980 to 21, if you started with $10,000 and you were in the market every single day, your return is almost $1.1 million. If you miss the 5 best days of market performance over the course of those years because you were scared and you pulled out, your return drops 38% to $676,000 and $395. That's crazy. It gets worse. If you miss the 10 best days, it drops again to $487,000. If you miss the best 30 days, it's $176,000. And over the course of that 41 years, if you miss the best 50 days, your return potential drops 93%. And you don't even have $100,000 on your $10,000 investment. That is the best argument for staying in the market I could ever make. When you hear people saying crazy stuff like, oh, I'm going to pull all my money out of my 401k because I'm scared, they need to talk to somebody like me, because they're not talking to somebody like me if they're going to do that. Okay, so S&P 500 stock index declines. We have declines, so that's part of how everything works. And whether or not it's followed by a recession is different, because we have dips, which is 5%, and then bear market, which is the recession, is 20% or more of a dip, right? We only have one of those, about one every 3 years. And for a dip, you have it about every 3.5 every year. The market is designed to constantly fluctuate. If it was a line that went up, everybody would know what was going to happen, and then I wouldn't have a job. And the market changes based on uncertainty. It doesn't like uncertainty. So when we are in times that are, forgive my trigger word from 5 years ago, unprecedented, things move, and that's part of what happens. But what follows a downturn?
An upturn.
Yay! Good job. All right.
Oh.
Thank you. This one I have shown you all before, but for our visitors and those who are forgetful, I included it anyways. When you invest when market confidence is high versus when you invest when market confidence is low, you see almost a 3 times amount of return when you invest when consumer confidence is low. Which follows the adage, you buy low, you sell high. But people get scared when they're like, well, it's low, it's going to keep going low, and so I should wait until it's high again. No, because then why are you not buying things when they're on sale? If there's a sale, we should go to the store. So if you, I know it's scary, but especially if you've got a long retirement timeline, it's okay. You're going to see a lot of these over the course of your life, and you're saving for retirement, and even when you're in retirement. So that's part of life. That's part of investing. Might as well start investing while the market's low. Can I get the next slide, please? Thank you. So Edward Jones has this thing called a separately managed account. It has a $300,000 minimum, and it is awesome. I love it. I was talking to somebody yesterday who was saying that she got a lot of an unexpected tax bill because she was in a lot of mutual funds that were not designed for tax efficiency. Mutual funds and ETFs pass along their capital gains and losses to the people who own the funds. And if they're not designed to be tax efficient, they don't care about your tax bill. They will just aim for the highest return. When you own an SMA, you own each individual stock. So we are able to control when you experience capital gains and capital losses to make a very strategic tax situation for you. We also, I have seen clients in the past who have $30,000 of growth over the course of the year, but they told the IRS they lost $40,000 based on what they sold. That's fun. You report a $10,000 tax loss, but your portfolio grew $30,000. No, it's legit.
Okay.
That's what that account is designed to do. It is designed to provide you growth while you have tax losses, and it is awesome and 100% legal. Okay, so if you, just for some fun facts, are looking at, we'll just do for time purposes the first one, some fun investments. If you look at Coca-Cola and you bought it in 2004, you bought $10,000. Today it would be worth $538,628. We love growth. Don't get out of the market because you're scared. Next, please. I also have my investing rules, which I've gone over, but we're going to go over again because I have your attention. No credit card debt, number one, and that is because for most people, their credit card interest rate is well over whatever we would receive in the market, and so I believe it is unethical to take extra money from people when they should be paying that down. 2, savings account at about 5 to 10 if you're renting, 20 to 30 if you are a homeowner, whatever makes you sleep at night. And then 3, someone who wants advice, because they're just going to talk to me just to talk to me, that's wasting my time. Ideal referrals for me, in addition to old ladies who like to sew, retirees, people who are experiencing life changes, rollovers, people who are actually actively seeking wealth management, and people who are centers of influence. I love CPAs and attorneys. And anybody have any questions?
We only have time for one question.
I do.
Yes.
How does a local nonprofit reach the FAs at Edward Jones to be part of the donor advised funds?
So I actually work with some nonprofits to do donor education with them. And so they have the capacity to invest their cash reserves with us, but also they have the capacity to receive stock donations, which is a very strategic thing for high income individuals who don't want to pay capital gains taxes. And I also, on the front, I just try and talk to them. So if you know somebody who needs to talk to me, send them my way. I love working with nonprofits because I think it's good for everybody in the community.
Excellent. Little picture real quick for the gram. All right. Please set up a one-on-one. Excellent presentation. Thank you very much. We now have our Vice President's report.
All right, all of our members know what this is. For our visitors, we track all of our numbers. So we track our numbers for the week, month, and the year. The fiscal year goes back to October 1st of last year, so we're 33 weeks in. We track referrals, visitors, one-to-ones, which are things like breakfast, lunch, coffee, happy hour, CUs, continuing education units. This is probably the most important number. That's the amount of money that has been generated based on referrals from one chapter member to another. So last week we had a little over $6,000. The last 3 weeks, just shy of $40,000, and for the fiscal year, we're approaching $700,000. So we're also tracking absences. Hopefully everybody can keep making the meetings. If not, find a sub and continue to input your numbers.
Absolutely. Please remember to enter in your CUs, one-to-ones, referrals, and thank you for closed business. In order to stay in good standing with the chapter, perform your CUs, have one-on-ones, attend the meetings, and if you cannot attend, you can have a sub, give a referral, or bring or invite friends. Now we have our speaker rotation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madison. I'm kind of surprised at our most recent one-to-one that we didn't talk about Swifties. I saw her in Amsterdam, if that matters too. And apparently that's an Atlanta thing, is to run away. So next week we have one-to-ones so that we can continue our quarter with high numbers and metrics that Ruben just talked about. Following our one-to-one, we will have, Carlos is our presenter, and Carlos would like to remind everybody, underwriters, bankers, and insurance agents are the folks that he would like for us to bring to his presentation. Mike will be following Mr. Carlos, and Mike has requested that we seek out functional medicine staff and renovation or remodelers. Is there anyone else that you would like to add to our list?
Golfers.
Golfers. Professional, not recreational.
Like amateur. Someone that'll help me find some hacker.
Gotcha. So perfect. And then Sade will be the following week. She is looking for elderly individuals, active people, and active elderly people. So we will follow that with Amelia, and then we will have our holiday reviews. All right. Q3 dues that pay for our space, our coffee, and the like are due yesterday or today. I think it is. Regardless, they're due. So please make sure you take care of that. You should have received an email yesterday. I went ahead and sent follow-ups. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, call, text, email, whatever is easiest for you. Going back for a moment, we do have open spots in July, so if you haven't presented lately, I would love to talk to you.
Excellent. And now is our I Have section for referrals and testimonials. This is where we highlight the contribution, our contribution to the team for the week. When we get, we're going to have everyone stand up and give it one by one. When we get to the visitors, let us know what you liked about this meeting, and I'll go first. So I had multiple one-on-ones with Ivan, Stuart, Hunter, and Ben. Testimonial to Justin. He did some work at my house, and I've referred myself, or going to refer myself to David and Stuart. So we'll start here to my left. So Senor, what did you like about our meeting today?
I always enjoy coming here and just networking. I will give out a couple of testimonials. We worked with Hunter recently, and he's been amazing with the transferring benefits. Dr. Jake, I went to physical therapy with at his location this Monday for my shoulder, and I loved every bit of it. And that's it.
Excellent. Love testimonials. Thank you. Senor.
Several one-to-ones this week, so I'd like to do some more. So I've got a this-year gig, as you guys know. It's kind of wild and exciting. So Justin, we got together, Joel, Ruben, and then also Ben. I think somebody else did.
Excellent. Senorita?
Yeah, thank you for closed business. He's not here, Marty, but also Abby, and still working on something for Abby and Dr. Jake.
As I'm sitting at my pool talking with people, somebody's talking about their renovation that they're doing and they need a loan. I'm like, oh, I know a person. I know a lady, Misty, so I sent her a referral. It's a lifestyle. You always just be thinking about like how you can help somebody, or this group can then help somebody. So,
excellent. Senorita?
I always love coming here and seeing familiar faces. I network with a lot of you in different groups as well, and then I've worked with several of you, like Tyler and her dad, JD, and I don't remember, but Athletics Potential. I've used them myself. They are fantastic and helped me through some major issues I was having.
Excellent. Yeah. Oh, Senorita. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, I enjoyed the meeting. Thanks
showed up on time today and made everybody else late, so I apologize for that. It'll never happen again. We'll restore balance to the course. Had a good one-on-one with Michael and excellent. What about? I've got a one-on-one tomorrow with Jesse after this meeting. Okay, fantastic. Meet the shark.
I had a referral for Joel. I had a referral for Inspector C, and I have to catch up with a lot of loans.
Excellent. Sweet. Thank you, Lucy, for coming. She got closed business, even though she's not in part of the chapter, so we're going to put some pressure on her. Lots of referrals going around. Thank you. I've gotten addicted to just, it's an easy button, just referring to you guys. We don't have to worry about it. So, and thank you, Josh. The plumber that shows up when you need him, like it doesn't matter if it's a holiday or you just listed a house and got 3 offers on it, and then the bathroom ceiling falls in. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I had a one-to-one with Ben this week, and then I am also meeting with Alex later today.
Excellent.
I'm going to say, I think it's very important that we all take advantage of like the Monday mugs and the advanced training. You have no idea who you're going to meet or who knows who. I've gotten several referrals from other BNI members in other chapters, so I think that's really positive.
Excellent. Señorita?
Awesome presentation, Madison, and testimonial to Michael and his team. I'm going to be on the cover of Decatur Neighbors, so I'm really excited about that. It was so fun. Dennis just saved the day at Clarity again. Our blinds fell down. Lindsay crushed it with our Disney trip. It was so much fun, and Carl is officially cleaning the entire Clarity space, and his team's awesome. So thanks everyone.
Great one-on-one improvement this week.
It was nice to see everyone. Joel's helping me with a new roof, so that's cool. Yeah, he's been helping me kind of push on the insurance guy who's not great. But yeah, I just enjoy being here and everyone's beautiful response.
Excellent. Thank you.
Really busy this past week, so I did not get to my visits. It's moving season.
Yeah.
But I wanted to tell Stephen the referral that I gave you that I never listed. Softball season is done, so
Okay.
we're ready to go.
Thank you.
Excellent. Sing up.
Thanks for having me. I always enjoy everyone's presentations, but one of the parts I enjoy the most are the catchphrases. If you remember Mad Libs, like I'm always trying to guess what the next thing is going to be. Like strong, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh no, Oak. You know? That's.
Went on a bender, call it Pinder.
You don't have to be a big spender to hire Pinder.
Got a referral from JD. Thank you so much for that one. And then I have a referral for you, Justin. I sent it to you yesterday. I need to send you a referral, but he'll be calling you for a softball.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mike said thank you for the one-on-one. Mike, I am available for one-on-ones, and definitely thank you for coming on the cover. And I did have another referral that actually was through another BNI group.
Excellent. Senior? Yep. Go.
Madison, great job on the presentation today. Thank you, having professionals with your space. Justin, Josh, Jay Davis. Yes, thank you for the referral, and someday I have the referral for.
Excellent.
Awesome. Like I said, shenanigans the past couple of weeks, so I'm way behind on my one-on-ones. Going to try to make some room for that. Got a lot of testimonials. One that I'm going to give today to Josh. I was in Chicago visiting my oldest daughter. My wife calls up, say the bathroom's broke. Oh, okay, which one? Well, it's over at my Alicia's house, you know, the owner of the business, not me. And called up Josh, said, hey, call Josh up. Oh, I'm kind of busy, but, you know, hey, tell him to FaceTime me, we can figure it out. Exactly what they did. He's out here celebrating his milestone, took the time, FaceTime, was able to find the shutoff valve, even though it just really came down that she forgot to close the shower door and she flooded the bathroom. But hey, whatever. Once again, BNI, this network that we got here, being able to call, reach out to Josh, will save my day. Thanks a lot, man.
Excellent. Senior Josh.
Yeah, had a couple, been out for a week or two. Thank you for closed business to Mike. It's been a week or two.
Justin as well, and JD, and a referral at the the school that I teach at, cleaning service.
Excellent.
A couple referrals from Stephen back a couple weeks ago. You're going to have to hop back on and follow up with those. Thank you for those. Got a referral from who was a visitor, but I forget who invited him, but Ray Lloyd from Capital One, so whoever did invite him, thank you. He's coming for a voice lesson. Finally kind of went to one on Mike, who I've been flaking on lately, so looking forward to that next week. Apologies. And I don't know how Josh managed to get so popular, but he also, I had an issue with the toilet, took a little video of what was going on inside the tank, sent it to Josh. I explained to him thoroughly how inept I am at any handiwork, and he assured me, hey, this is something you can do, here's the part, go to Home Depot, grab this, here's what you do, you don't need me to come out and pay me to do this. So he's an excellent wheel in this. Thanks, guys.
I had a lot go on this week. I had a one-on-one with Stuart. I've got a one-on-one scheduled with Arvin and with Mike, and I got a referral from Charday. And I feel like there's more. We're going to do a one-to-one with you and your HOA. So there's a lot going on. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it next week because I'll be in Chicago, but I'm going to give a sub. So
Excellent. Thank you. Señor Iván.
And I went along with Ruben.
Thank you for closed business from Ruben, from JD for the nonprofit that he works with, but also from some of his customers. Great one-to-one with Stuart, and thank you for saving the day, Dennis and Josh.
Señor Dennis, what did you like about me?
I don't have enough to meet. I love this group. I've gotten a lot of business from you guys, and that business has led to referrals from those people that I've done work with, and it just keeps growing. So I love that aspect of it. It's great energy here. I work for a property management company that has over 300 properties, and so I am referring Justin, Stuart, possibly. Sorry, and you. So and you. So I'm going to be reaching out to him and going over the people that I know here. His company is managing Evan's property while he's in Portugal. So
excellent.
So it's already under works.
I'm looking forward to my one-to-one with Madison after this.
Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. Now is our VPs for full reality check.
This is where we highlight a referral from one chapter member to another, and this week there was a referral from Ruben to Stuart. If Ruben and or Stuart recall this referral, first of all, I realize that is the first hurdle we have to get over with this.
So this is a kind of one of those BNI connected doc things. So JD referred me a commercial property. So then I have a prospective buyer who wanted to make some adjustments in the property. That's where I called on Stuart. Stuart came twice with his team, and now is getting a proposal to see if we can make something happen.
Fantastic. That's how it works. Thank you.
All right, now is the time everyone has been waiting for. Senor Carl, who deserves the Ivan Award this week?
I do appreciate the power. Tough choice today, man. We had some solace. Our son did an amazing job, AJ Eddie. Bless you. I don't know what the policy is on giving the award out to subs, but I almost want to give it to Eddie just to earn Mary.
Actually, I will allow that.
Justin, I had to dock you points for breaking that person's spigot.
Yep.
I deserve it. Misty, always solid and consistent, and did an amazing job borrowing Misty's playbook. It's like the sky hook, it works every time. I don't know why more folks want to do it. But I think I'm going to go with JD, just because this man has been robbed. Each time he opens with a song, it tickles my heart a little bit.
Thank you, Academy. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune here for the door prize. Must be present to win. It is now spinning. All right. Brand new.
Wow.
On my way to the mountain.
That's awesome. Such a good gift. All right, special announcements. Please be brief, Senor Arvin.
I would say this one's for Art Wood for next Thursday. If you know any real estate agents, he's doing a continuing education course. So feel free to invite any real estate agents you know and to come on out to that.
Excellent. Any other special announcements? Be brief, please. All right. As a member of BNI, you are exposed to a ton of resources, like Misty said. You go to bniatl.com, you go to the calendar, and it's going to highlight all of the available resources as far as webinars. They have stuff that's happening every week. They just have stuff that's happening every month. There is also a resources tab as a member, and you can go in and get resources on practically anything that you would need to help improve your activity in BNI or your business. Visitors, we encourage everyone to fill out an application. The membership committee will review it, and if AJ and Eddie, you don't have to go, but the visitors, please stand up and go. Actually, do we have any? Oh, yes. Senor Pender, Senor Josh, come over here to my left and meet with the visitor host team. Josh, do you have anyone else? You already part of some group? You're good? You're good? All right. Yeah. The closing quote is the only limit to a realization of tomorrow is our doubts today. This was last week's, but I enjoyed it so much by FDR. We are about a minute over. Thank you guys for attending. Let's make some deals.